Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime Church. That's right, it's Anime Church. The church where not only is cosplay encouraged, it is highly recommended. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. I'm here by myself right now because Moon is getting dressed. He doesn't show up early, like, ever. That's why he's always late, because he's like, I gotta be there at exactly 3 o'clock his time. And I'm like, no, you need to show up 10 minutes early so that when the show, like, because the show is actually supposed to start like 5 to 10 minutes early so that we can, like, officially transition over and be live at 2 o'clock Central Time. That's technically when we're supposed to start. That's how it's supposed to go. But, like, yeah. But hi, everybody. I'm just praise the Lord. Hi. You don't have to say praise the Lord. It's okay. We're down our archaeologists today. That's just how it is. We got a lot of interesting news stuff to talk about. Good times. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing Anime Church next week. I'm not sure how things are going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be moving or not on this specific day next week. So it's tentative as to whether I'm going to be doing Anime Church next week. It's like a 70% chance that I won't, and a 30% chance that I will. And it's probably a hard no that I'll be doing. It's probably a pretty hard no that I will be doing. Unless everything goes astronomically well, and we end up moving early. Because I don't know how things are gonna go. Everything is kind of being played by ear. It all depends on how quickly everything gets resolved. You guys might not hear from me for like a week or two, and then I'll be back. Or there could be no break in interruption if things go really, really well. But it just kind of all depends. But yeah, you might lose me for a couple of weeks. And if that happens, I'm sorry. Everything that is a project of mine is going to get delayed. Slime is basically almost ready to go. We're waiting on a few people to record some stuff, but Slime is more or less ready to go. That's where we're at with things. Yeah. That's more or less where we are on that side of things. But if we end up waiting on other people's and things and stuff so that my living situation gets taken care of, because that's what we're waiting on right now. I have to raise money. I have to that's what I've been trying to do for these last couple of days, is just try and raise money so I can afford to have a place to live at the end of this month, because where I'm staying at is very temporary. And I have to leave by the 3rd, which is next Monday. Not tomorrow, but the Monday after, like next week's Monday. Like, because technically today is the beginning of a new week, technically speaking. That's how it's going. But the 3rd of July, I have to be moved out of here. And I don't know where I'm gonna be going, and that's a little scary. If things go remarkably well, then the living situation that I was originally gonna have will have worked out, and I will have a more permanent solution, and everything will. I have to speak in vague terms because I can't get specific, especially on Fact Dog. But anyway, I have been streaming and trying to raise money. Everybody's like, GoFundMe, and I'm like, yes. So about that, on a GoFundMe, I'm not sure necessarily how that works. I don't know if GoFundMe, because I can't remember how GoFundMe works. I don't remember if GoFundMe is if I don't make it all, I don't get anything, or if it's like, hey, whatever you make is what you make. I don't remember how GoFundMe works, so it is what it is. Why am I still getting notifications? I'm not gonna let those play. We've got a bunch of stuff that we're gonna talk about in the news. In the news side of things, starting with a surprising thing. The FTC doesn't really have a lot of ground to stand on when it comes to Microsoft, and I was on the wrong side of things when it comes to this. What the FTC is filing for against Microsoft is actually the exact opposite of the reason why Microsoft actually acquired Bethesda. They are what the FTC is worried about for. Okay, so to back up real quick, Microsoft is in the process of acquiring Activision Blizzard, right? And the FTC is not okay with this merger because they're worried about Microsoft stifling competition, right? And that's not exactly how Microsoft does things in the gaming sphere. Like everywhere else, yeah, I could understand it with Microsoft. But as far as like the gaming side of things, that's not exactly how that works. Microsoft actually shares their toys pretty well. And they understand that the more they share, the more money they make. So it's actually a good thing to spread the wealth around. Oh, he's here. So, as the as Microsoft is headed to court on June 22nd to face the Federal Trade Commission in a 5-day case that will determine the future of its $68.7 billion proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, the FTC wants a preliminary injunction granted to prevent Microsoft from closing its deal ahead of separate legal challenge that's due to commence on August 2nd. The stakes are high. Microsoft has until July 18th to try and close this proposed acquisition. Otherwise, it has to pay $3 billion in breakup fees to Activision Blizzard or renegotiate new terms. The FTC isn't the only regulator trying to block this deal from happening either. The UK's Competition Markets Authority, or CMA, decided to block the deal in April, and Microsoft is currently appealing that decision in a case that will commence in late July. Blah, blah, blah. That's your background on it. Now, here's the funny stuff that's coming out. And this is why you guys need to check out the Verge article, because the Verge article actually highlighted something really, really interesting. And I found this out from Yang Ye. And this was actually so good that I had to bring it to your attention if you hadn't seen it. It actually showed the inverse of why Microsoft purchased Bethesda. The reason Microsoft and specifically Xbox purchased Bethesda is because of Sony and PlayStation. They were trying to make Starfield a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah. Kind of like how they have deals with Square Enix to make games like Final Fantasy PlayStation exclusives for a certain amount of time and stuff like that. Yeah, like they will literally pay game studios to make their games exclusives for certain amounts of time and literally stifle competition. The exact thing that they are being accused of with these mergers are exactly what their competitors do. So literally Phil Spencer bought Bethesda in order to stop PlayStation from doing the exact thing that Microsoft is being accused of. To stop PlayStation from that. That's what came out of these documents. So the more digging that comes out, the less of a case the FTC has. And it just completely reversed every thought process that I had about this case. And it really just kind of showed that the FTC does not know what they're talking about when it comes to the gaming space. And that they really have no ground to stand on. And it's like, wow, you were vastly unprepared for this fight. All right, well, this is not the same kind of world that you're used to. Like the FTC is used to a certain type of battle, and the gaming space is not that type of environment. It's a very different landscape. So, yeah. And it also just kind of shows what kind of I'm sorry, PlayStation fanboys, but Sony's greedy fucking corporate assholes. We were like, well, Sony has to look out for Sony, and I'm like, yeah, but share and share alike, motherfuckers. Microsoft looks out for Microsoft, but they also have to share. And I get PlayStation exclusive titles, but there's a whole different thing between having PlayStation exclusive titles and then just straight out paying specific devs, like dropping money on development studios, especially small indie studios that would like to get their games out there and make as much money as they possibly can, and being forced to stifle any bigger income that could come their way, and being blocked to only keep it on PlayStation, knowing that they could get better reach out there on PC. I'm sorry, but fuck Sony. PC is where you're gonna get the most attention. Everybody's playing on PC, and I'm not sitting here saying PC master race. It's just true. More people play on PC than they do on console. It's just the truth. It is what it is. The numbers are in. There are specific games that people will go to play console for, and that's not wrong. But more people are playing on Steam than they are playing on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And there's a reason for that. Mods. You can mod games. Also, PCs, you can actually upgrade your PC. You can play better quality. There's a lot more you can do with a PC. But there's just a lot more games, and you can uninstall, reinstall. There's so much more versatility with what you can do on a PC. It's not necessarily like PC master race. That's not where I'm going with this. It's just that you have more options. That's all I'm saying. Okay. For the sake of expediency, Moon, I took all the trailers down, the individual trailers, and just put up the fucking Nintendo Direct. I was like, dear God, because I'm not, all right, I don't know if you saw this, but the Sonic thing was already at I don't think you were paying attention to the Summer Games Fest. The Sonic trailer already came out at the Nintendo Games Fest, and we didn't talk about it. Okay. Because there wasn't much there, and secondly, I watched the Sonic trailer, and there wasn't enough there to talk about. It was the only thing that was remotely interesting was the 4-person local co-op, and it's it's local co-op. So literally you have to be there to play it. Literally you have to be right next to the Switch to play it. And it's bro, what? No. All right. So the Nintendo Direct is going to be your baby, because I didn't see anything there that I really wanted to talk about. It's the only thing I saw that I could talk about was the Batman Arkham stuff, and it's literally way to be 10 years late to that party.
This is very true. That was mostly the reason I put that in there, because it's man, this could have come out day one on Switch, and it would have been fine.
Well, there wasn't a Switch back then.
What?
Or wasn't a Switch back then. Well, when Switch launched, yeah,
I
that could have
said
come
day
out day
one
one.
on Switch.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
Switch launched, yeah, it could have come out back then. Yeah.
yeah, because it would have been
Also,
able to
the
handle
more I
the
see of
the
this,
graphics
the
on that
the
game is
more the
nuts,
more
man.
stuff I just see on this, the more it re-emphasizes this stereotype about like there's only like a few games on here that don't reinforce the stereotype of Nintendo as just like family friendly kid content. And I'm like,
Well,
okay, if Nintendo wants to brand itself that, that's fine. But it just reinforces for me the content that is like, okay, the only games I really want to play on Switch are Zelda and Metroid, and that's basically it. Like Final Fantasy used to be a Nintendo game, and now it's moved over to PlayStation. And it's like, bro, all the JRPGs that I used to play on Nintendo have moved over to other consoles, and it's like, okay, whatever. I
my
don't.
thing with that is like, sure, it's family friendly, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's kiddie content. It's
And
not gonna
I
trick you
mean,
into trying it, in my opinion.
all the fucking games that they're like, hey, but we have all these games on Nintendo. I was like, yeah, but I play them on other places. I play all those games everywhere else. I either play them on this console, or I play them on PC. Why would I need to play them on the Switch?
Well, to be fair, I do not have a better place to play Metal Gear 1.
I mean, I
Look,
wasn't that
I'm
obsessed.
excited about the Metal Gear 3
I'm not a
the Metal
Metal
Gear
Gear
trilogy.
person. First off, I'm not a Metal Gear person, but like even so, like, bro, it's like, oh, Metal Gear's on the Switch. Nice. Okay. I like you're not gonna get me into it unless you updated Metal Gear, unless you like did a proper like update of Metal Gear and put it on the Switch. It was like if you're just taking the old Metal Gear and putting it on the Switch, meh. You took PlayStation 1 and put it on Nintendo Switch. Wow. I'm so unimpressed. I don't care.
I Okay.
Yeah, you literally took a PlayStation 1 era game or PS2 era game and you put it on Nintendo Switch. Okay. That's I'm not this is not it's like, "Hey, we got this old IP and put it on there." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's neat."
I'm just interested in having fun with games that I enjoy. I'm
I
sorry if
get
that's
that, but I'm like, "Okay, you put it on this other console. That's neat, but that's not that impressive." I'm sorry, but I don't understand why we're talking about this like mediocre Nintendo Direct other than to sit there and say that this is a mediocre Nintendo Direct. That, like, even if we're comparing it to other directs, I don't think this hits as hard.
It really doesn't. I will
Yeah.
admit, but there's
Yeah.
still some cool stuff. Some stuff that I'm pretty happy about
Okay,
because I
please
really
tell me
would like to
because
replay the.
go for it. Go for it.
Okay,
What were
I'm
your
trying to.
standouts? What were your standouts? Please tell me.
My standouts were the Metal Gear Solid trilogy because
Mm,
those are probably the three best games I've played. I haven't played much after. Yeah, we've heard your opinions. These are
yeah.
my opinions. Yeah, I get to have them.
Yeah,
Um,
this is your
I
segment. Go for it. Go for it.
Yes, please and thank you. Um, the first Metal Gear Solid I actually never got to play to completion. That's part of the reason why I like this. The
Okay.
second Metal Gear Solid I played several times. The third one I played and completed 100% because I really like that game. Like, how many other games do you know, aside from maybe the actual 007 video games, have a 007 style opening?
But here's my question though, and this is why I'm like, why does this matter? Cuz you can play those anywhere else. So why is it so important that they came out on Switch? That's my point. And because it took so long for it to come out on Switch. Sorry, I have to be devil's advocate here. Why is this such a big deal? Why does it matter?
Because
It
I
only here's my
don't
thing.
want
It only matters to you, but you're a very very small minority demographic for
to.
this. Like it's again, it comes down to the Batman Arkham trilogy. too little, too late. They're like, hey, we got this stuff, and this is mature. This helps with our mature thing, and it's like, you should have had this out a long time ago, guys. This is way, way too late. The thing that is holding up Nintendo Switch right now, like, good God, it is a good thing that there's so much stamina stuff in both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because Link's little arms are the only thing that is holding the Nintendo Switch up right now. Let's be real. It ain't the Mario numbers. It's the Zelda numbers that are keeping Nintendo Switch afloat.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, let's be real. I'm not saying that Mario doesn't move. And it's typically not the main Mario franchise. It's like the Mario Karts. And I will say Mario RPG, holy shit, that made waves. Like, when they announced Mario RPG, people were losing their shit.
Which was one of the things I wanted to get to, because I never got a chance to play that. I was thinking it might come out on the N64 emulator thing they got going on there. But I would much prefer to play this remake because it looks better.
I've seen people doing it.
The music is going to sound great.
I've seen people doing speedruns of it for, like, my first introduction to it was at what is it? The charity event for speedrunners. I forget what it was called. Well, somebody in chat will know, hopefully. You guys remember where they do they have the summer and winter version of it, and the speedrunners do the charity event. One is for Doctors Without Borders, and the other is like prevent cancer thing charity. Yeah. But game's done quick. That's it. Game's done quick is what it's called. But yeah, they'll do a speed run of the Mario RPG. They've done that, and that was my first introduction to that. So I was like, wait, there's a Mario RPG? What? I'd never heard of it, and then I saw people speed run it, and I was like, that's crazy.
What is Metal Gear Triangle?
Triangle Man, Triangle Man.
Triangle Man. Triangle Man hits person man.
Have you seen the Dragon Ball Z fucking AMV to that? The Triangle Man AMV to Dragon Ball Z? It's great.
I have not.
Cell is Triangle Man. It's great. Person Man is Krillin. It's great. By the way, guys, go over to 4-Star Bento. They just did Halloween. It was beautiful. Thanks, new daddy. Like, fucking, I love that. I fucking love that. Lanny was like just about every character in every voice in that. Yeah. All right.
So they actually are doing a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, nice.
That's gonna be the Metal Gear Solid Delta, and Fenris. That's not gonna run on the Switch. It's being made for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, whatever. It's not gonna run on the Switch. I love the Switch, and I wholeheartedly know that's not gonna go on the Switch. Oh God. Oh. But at least Nintendo is at least able to get a slice of that pie. So hey, there's that.
There is that.
Another thing to talk about is the new 2D Mario. I say 2D, it's definitely 3D, but still.
2.5D.
It looks very interesting, yeah, basically. Because it's 3D, but everything's side-scrolling.
You mean
still, so,
Wonderland or whatever?
Yeah.
That looked trippy.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it. Could you imagine being like high off your ass trying to play this game?
No. Good Lord, no. Mario on acid. That's what it felt like. Good Lord.
And aside from that, we've got just some cool Pikmin announcements and a new Splatfest coming. I believe that is a new Detective Pikachu, if anyone cares about that. He's still not voiced by either Ryan Reynolds or
Danny DeVito.
him. So I will not be purchasing that game just because I have no reason. I'm sorry. If I want a detective game, I'm going to play either Professor Layton or Phoenix Wright. Or both, because they have a game.
Phoenix Wright is voiced by Sam Riegel.
Yes, he is. Anything else?
Objection!
New characters for Mario Kart 8, if anyone cares. And then Sonic Origins Plus has really cool stuff going on with it, but apparently that doesn't matter. So.
No one knows. No one knows why the new Mario movie is so popular. It's a good movie. It's just I don't think it is worthy of that much money.
Everyone's just happy that it's a good video game adaptation.
Yeah, that part we're happy with. The thing that we're really happy with is how well the word of mouth is spreading about the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Like it is catching fire and making money on streaming. Like it is making mad money on streaming. It's doing good. It's doing very good.
So
I don't know how much money it's making. I just know that everybody is watching it and reacting to it, and they're like, "Holy shit, this movie's really good. Why are people not like? Why did it not do well?" And we're like, "Fucking, that's what we want to know. Why didn't you go watch it?"
Next
so
segment.
Oh, is that it? That's all we're gonna spend on the. Okay.
I tried spending longer, but you just kept tearing down everything I was happy about.
That's why I'm here. It doesn't spin. No. See, mine at least spins.
I have to use the other one for that.
I can do both.
It could go other ways. This one's got an issue with it. I've tried. Nah, it just doesn't want to do it, you know?
Hold on. There we go. I even cleaned it for you.
Yeah. You're very gentle with your cleaning process. Usually I go for the whole hop.
You're weird.
You are correct.
You're very weird.
So glad of you to notice.
It's a party. Invite some friends. Alright, anyway. Well, also I knew I had to do the other reason I was like, we can't spend hours on this one because we got a lot more to go through, and I also knew this week was spring cleaning. Cause like for half of the spring anime lineup, I had to do a recap because like half of them are ending, and I had to do like, okay, I had to do quick talking points on some of them, and I was like, ah, shit, we're gonna be here for a minute. So yeah, in Oshinoko news, the opening theme song "Idol" has hit #1 on Apple Music's top 100.
I also finally moved up a few episodes.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I'm trying to get caught up. I downloaded High Dive on my Kindle finally, so I was like, hey, I can watch it here.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What episode are you up to?
I think it's episode 6 or 7 where the weird dude with the head thing comes in.
That's not 6 or 7. The first time or the second time?
It's the first time.
Does he have a shirt or is he shirtless?
He is just in his briefs.
Okay, that's not 6 or 7.
It's probably 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
You are definitely not at 6 or 7.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I know 6 and 7. Everybody who's watched 6 and 7 knows those particular episodes because they stick in your head. You will not forget those 2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Yosobi's Idol, the opening theme song for the television anime adaptation of Aka Akasaka and Mengo Yokuyari's Oshinoko manga, has reached number one on Apple Music's Top 100 global charts as of Wednesday, June 21st. The song debuted at number one Billboard Japan's streaming song chart on April 19th, and it also hit the number one on Billboard's global excluding US survey date on July 10th. So now it's hit another milestone. That's pretty cool. I just thought I'd share that with you. Another bit of happy anime news right there. All right.
About an anime that is not very happy.
Funny enough, apparently the lyrics for that song were written from the perspective of one of the characters, one of the members of Bikomachi who was not I. Mm-hmm. It's about I, but it's from the perspective of one of the one of the other members of Bikomachi. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here's a bit of news that's up your alley. Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World Season 3 has officially been announced.
So, funny thing, I saw this and I was like, I mean, it's just a Season 3 announcement. It's probably not going to be a big deal. I won't put it in. Because I was looking. I was actively trying to find stuff. I think it was Saturday morning, and I was like, I should probably help out. So I found this, and I was like, that's probably not going to be big enough. Just... So, damn.
Katakawa announced on Thursday that Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World 3, the third television anime season on the main Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World anime, will air next year. Yeah. Dude, we're abridging it. We got to talk about it. Like,
fair.
Yeah, so
Also
that's how I view it.
So, which, those things come out at times.
Katakawa also presented an ultra teaser visual, which is basically just, for the new season. So it's basically just an image, you know. So the previous anime director will serve as the chief director for the third season at Drive. Studio Dean animated the previous two seasons, and JC Staff animated the film. Episode director for Kaguya-sama Love is War and Great Pretender is directing the series. And Makoto Uezu is again in charge of the series scripts, and Koichi Kikuta is returning as character designer. So there you go.
Cool.
There we are. No major changes in the lead staff that we know of at the moment.
Also, Robert, I do not know what Black Fox is, so yeah.
Okay, so here we go. One Piece Music Symphony U.S. premiere. Hiroshi Kitadani and Kohei Tanaka has a message for you. One Piece Music Symphony, the one and only official One Piece concert, will premiere in the U.S. on July 5th, 2023 at the Morton H. Mason Symphony in Dallas, Texas. Then in July 14th, 2023 at the prestigious Dolby Theater in Hollywood. The show will feature a full orchestra on stage with the latest adventures of Luffy and his crew in a film concert projected on the big screen. The Los Angeles concert will also feature special appearances by composer Kohei Tanaka and singer Hiroshi Kitadani. We Go Over the Top, who will perform live along with the orchestra, and they have a message for you. Okay, I'm not going to play the video. I haven't watched it. Starting from the end of Dressrosa, this show will relive the most dramatic and intense moments from the Whole Cake Island, Zoe, and most of the Land of Wano story arcs, with videos perfectly synced with the anthology's music projected on a giant video screen in HD definition. So this is major spoilery if you haven't kept up with what's going on in those last major three arcs. Oh, wow. So yeah. Anime fans are in for a treat. One Piece fans in particular. Those are some pretty impressive arcs, and the visuals are insane. That's some crazy shiz. All right, so guys, for the first time in 15 years, Viz Media is raising the price of manga volumes. ICV2 reported on Friday that Viz Media will raise its manga prices from $9.99 in the US to $11.99 per volume beginning in January 2024. So yeah, it's going up $2. The price change will apply to new volumes of ongoing series as well as any new series that the company launches. Note that not all Viz Media's releases are currently priced at $9.99 per volume. Some, such as Golden Kamuy, are $12.99 per volume. According to the news outlet, e-commerce websites Amazon and Barnes & Noble are listing new volumes of manga slated for English release post January 1st. With the updated price, blah, 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 blah. Kodansha USE Publishing costs $12.99 from Yen Press costing $13 and Seven Seas Entertainment costing $12.99 to $14.99. Viz Media last raised its prices for Shonen Jump and Shoujo Beat manga volumes from $7.99 to $8.99 respectively to $9.99 in 2009. ICV2 stated it reached out to Viz Media but did not receive a response by press time. ANN has also reached out to Viz Media and the company did not respond for our request for comment by press time. Guys, I haven't bought a lot of physical media from manga stores and booksellers in a while. I've mostly been doing the digital stuff lately. It's $2.99, and I'm happy with that. I'm digging it. I am like annoyed by the fact that I want to read I really do want to find a legal way to read Hell's Paradise, but it does not seem that there is one that is currently available to me because it's on Jump Plus, but I can't find a proper English translation for it. By the way, Jump Plus is something that is through Shueisha, but it does not seem like Hell's Paradise. I don't know if it's available on through Shonen Jump the way I understand it. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. I don't know if it's in the Shonen Jump lineup. So we'll see. I know that it's in the Viz stuff, but I don't think it's in Shonen Jump. So it's part of Jump Plus. I don't know what that means because, like, I know I can read Manga Plus and I can read Shonen Jump. I just don't know if I can read Jump Plus, if that's available over here. I don't know. There's so much stuff to try and keep up with. I know that it's finished. It has 127 chapters. But it's like, dude, what the frick? So, yeah, guys. It's like it's a little Hayao Miyazaki manga. Well, what include Hayao Miyazaki manga? What, the Shonen Jump stuff? Viz? I don't think Viz does Miyazaki manga. Do they? You'll have to look that up. I don't think that Viz does Miyazaki manga, dude. The Shonen Jump stuff, I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure they don't. Yeah, I don't think they do, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So next thing up is Ranking of Kings is getting a movie. If I can get this thing to load, please load. Anime News Network. Why are you no loading? There we go. The Thursday television special for the anime of Ranking of Kings manga, or for the Ranking of Kings, announced that production on a brand new film has been greenlit. Woo. The web manga centers around Boji. Okay, we already know all this information. Okay, so it's basically the Ranking of Kings. Yeah, it's all background information. So it's just okay. So it's just stating, hey, it has a movie, and that's literally it. Mm-hmm. I could have just stated that and got way to just pad out everything with just background information. Thanks for that. Okay, Ranking of Kings is getting a movie. That's really good because if you haven't watched Ranking of Kings, what are you doing? It's freaking fantastic. Go watch Ranking of Kings. It's really good. It's wholesome as hell. It's kind of sad and depressing in moments. It's gonna make you cry. Boji is best boy. The animation is fire. Especially in the action points. Like, oh my god, it's so good. I can't describe why it's good or how it's good. You just need to see for yourself. You'll understand. You'll know. You'll know when you know. It's spoilers if I go into any more detail than that. All right, the 11th and final episode of Demon Slayer's Swordsmith Village arc television anime ended on Monday with an announcement that the next arc, well, technically Sunday here in the US, that the Hashira training arc is getting a television anime adaptation, which is funny because they were like, oh, hey, here's this announcement. And it's literally just still images of all the Hashira, but it looked kind of cool. And if you've read the manga, you know that this arc is going to bring our boys back. That's right. We're getting Zenitsu back. And we're getting our boy Inosuke back. Or as I'm going to spoil one fun thing that is the most minor of minor things ever. Because if you've watched the anime, you know she's already talking. Yes, our girl is already talking.
Cool.
She speaks. And what's the first thing that Inosuke does? What is the first thing that Inosuke does when our girl starts talking? He teaches her to start calling him Boss Inosuke.
Okay, never mind. I think I know which one Inosuke is.
Inosuke is the pig boy. He's the one that wears the pig head. He's like Boss Inosuke. Immediately, he's starting to teach Nezuko. Like Nezuko starts speaking. What's he do? Boss Inosuke. Boss Inosuke. That's all you really need to know. So yeah, the Hashira are gonna start training everybody because they're like, oh, these things that have been happening. If you haven't noticed already, what has been happening to the Hashira every time that something has been happening that they've encountered Tanjiro and had to fight another member of the Upper 12, the Upper Moon 12. What has happened to the Hashira? They've encountered Tanjiro. Tanjiro has gotten his little mark, and then one of the Hashira has encountered the mark, and they've gotten insanely stronger from it. So now, training has to happen. Because what the fuck? What the fuck? Training has to happen. Also, if you've made it through the Swordsmith Village arc, you know crazy shit has gone on. And now things are going to get even more whack. Also, I know everybody's been complaining about the anime pacing. If you don't like the pacing of the anime, read the fucking manga. It's good. If you don't like the pacing of the anime, shut up and read the manga. Just get it over with. Just understand, if you read the manga, you're going to understand why they're doing the pacing that they're doing. And you're going to be like, no, that was a good place to actually end it, because you can't. Everybody that's an anime only is going to be like, why did you only do 11 episodes? This is so stupid. Do more. Everybody that's read the manga is going to be like, no, you needed to end there. That's exactly the place that you needed to end for this season, because you know what's coming and you're like, fuck no, you can't go further than that. If you went further and stopped at like 24, that would have been terrible. That would have been so much worse. This was the appropriate place to stop. Anime onlys don't know what they're talking about. Do not listen to anime onlys. They are stupid. They are very, very ignorant. They do not know what they do not know. That's the best way to describe it. They do not know what they do not know. All right. They are dumb, but they are not so dumb. All right. And finally, in other movie news, Spy Family has, of course, been getting the movie treatment, and Spy Family Code White film has gotten a teaser. It is coming out this December. So we're about half a year away, but on, well, at least Japan is. Now the rest of the world can feel what it's like to be Japan with American films. But it's really funny that like Mario is a Japanese IP, but they were the last country to get it. Makes no damn sense. Anyway, Spy Family, the movie, is going to be coming out in December, and then and they just released a teaser for it, and I gotta admit, looked really, really cute. I forgot how much I missed Anya's adorable little voice, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It was so cute. Ha ha, chi chi, waka waka. All right, so yeah, there we go. A cute little visual teaser. I loved seeing it. It's just, God, I can't wait to jump back into this world. Curious to hear your thoughts. If you watch this trailer, I want to know what your thoughts were. I don't really have a lot to say. I'm just excited. Waka waka. Yeah. So leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to know. I want to know what fluff is. I forgot about the stupid the dog bark sounds and how like undog-like they sound. I forgot. All right, now I got to open up my anime list. Here comes the sad part. I have to go through spring 2023 again. Oh boy. Okay, the ones that are actually done. Okay, okay, so Demon Slayer, where am I putting that one on my list of stuff that is actually done? Okay, Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc. All right, if I'm comparing this arc to other arcs in Demon Slayer, I would say that this one is probably without spoilers. Huh. Third favorite arc out of the... well, this is season 3. So, yeah, least favorite arc out of the 3. However, that doesn't make it a bad arc. It's just like my least favorite out of the three. Though it is probably my favorite ending out of the three because of how well they did the ending. But yeah, I knew this was not going to be my favorite arc because my like the entertainment district arc is my favorite arc, and I hated the last one because they did not need to do the Mugen Train again. Like, they should have cut out the Mugen Train from the anime, just left it as the movie, and then just done the 11 episodes of the actual entertainment district and left it as that. That would have been the right call. I think they made the right call with this one and just doing the 11 episodes, and people can bitch all they want, but fuck them. For like the 11 episodes, just do the 11 episodes and leave it as it is. Let it just be what it is. But yeah, I think this was really well done. Ufotables.
The summer lineup yet?
Huh?
Have we talked about the summer lineup yet?
That's next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the summer lineup. We will be. That's why I'm recapping spring right now. So we can talk about summer next. Because some of these have one more week left on them. Because Oshinoko and Hell's Paradise still have one more week. I think Dr. Stone still has one more week, I think, too. Mashal does as well. All right, Heaven's Paradise just ended. Jesus Christ, that was a roller coaster. Tengoku Daimakyo, like, literally, I still don't know what the fuck is going on in Heaven's Paradise. I still don't know what's going on in that effing show. I hope it gets a season 2, because I need a season 2 just to freaking... That is a mind twist. I don't know what's going on in that show, and I need an explanation. So, yeah, Tengoku Daimyo, Daimekyo, or whatever, get a season 2, please. Because that show is intriguing, and I need more. Like, I need answers. Give me a season 2, I need answers. Just right now. I gave that an 8, by the way. I also gave Demon Slayer an 8. Another show that I gave an 8. What is up with all the romance anime this season, too? There was a lot of romance this season. Yamada-kun. Really good romance anime. Gave it an 8. This is a really good romance anime. Just really cute, really charming, adorable. Okay, the next one. This is where I'm going to get a lot of shit. The Konosuba spinoff. I dropped it. I didn't like it. It wasn't mine. It was not my cup of tea. This proved to me that Konosuba does not work if you just take one of the main characters from Konosuba and remove the other main characters. Megumin is nowhere near as entertaining if you don't have Aqua, Kazuma, and Darkness with her. It's just nowhere near as entertaining. Also, it doesn't help that I haven't seen, everything else. I've only watched season 1, so that probably hurts a lot more.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, for me, this wasn't nearly as interesting. So, probably would have done a lot better if I'd watched season 2, the movie. So, yeah, I dropped it. That's on me. As for, I got a cheat skill in this world and all that. I think there's one more episode left, but I can tell you right now that this is mid. This is mid as hell. It's boring. Like, the animation looks really good, but it's just so fucking mid. Please don't waste your time if you have not started this. Do not. It is 4 at best. Skip and Loafer. Please watch this show. This is PA Works doing a really good job at making something cute and wholesome. And it seems like a romance anime, and it does very much feel like it's going there. but they don't actually deliver on the romance. And you know what's really funny is that's not actually bad. It's not a bad thing that they don't actually like go ahead and deliver on the romance. It's actually okay that they don't. I'm really, really enjoying that. And I think that's okay. This series is over. I solidly put this somewhere around a 7 or an 8. That's a really good show. I think it's very heartfelt. It's homely, and that's a really good. I think it was really good. I've heard a lot of people talk about Dangers in My Heart. Did not watch it. I heard the premise and I was like, nah. The moment I heard guy wants to kill everybody in his classroom, I was like, yeah, no, I've dealt with enough school shootings here in America. Nah, not my cup of tea. Don't care. I don't care how charming or wholesome. Fuck no. No. Premise said no. Okay, over on High Dive, getting some stuff that's over on High Dive right now. I know that it's not finished, but I've seen enough to go ahead and make a call on this one. The Insomniacs After Dark. Yes, absolutely 100% yes. This is like 8 bordering on 9 territory right here. It is very good. It is wholesome. It is charming. It is a good romance. The animation is good. The story is good. The characters are good. The vibes. Oh my God. The music, the vibes, the animation has to be on point when you're talking about nighttime photography and like landscape, stars, all that stuff. Like it's 100% a feast for the eyes when you're talking about landscape stuff. It's just good. It's 100% good. I can't talk enough about Insomniacs After Dark. Like if you liked Call of the Night, but you needed it to be if you needed like less degeneracy, this is kind of it. It's like Call of the Night but more wholesome. So if you just needed like a warm hug, but you needed like the lo-fi vibes of Call of the Night but with a warm hug, this is that warm blanket for you. As for okay, I've got a confession here. I did not watch season 2 of I didn't watch the second season of
Ancient Magus Bride.
Ancient Magus Bride, mostly because I didn't rewatch Ancient Magus Bride, and I had so much on my plate. So I need to rewatch Ancient Magus Bride because I forgot so much. So I need to rewatch that so I can watch season 2. Deathmount Deathplay. That is a hard yes. That is a hard yes for me, and I know there's one more episode to watch for the season, but it's already a strong 8, bordering on a 9 right now. I need to finish up Ranking of Kings season 2 because I'm behind on that. So I have not determined a ranking. I'll see you next week on that one. Kamikatsu is a solid 6 right now. Like it's interesting. It's funny. Maybe it's the old man in me where I'm like, sometimes the over sexualization of some stuff is like weird, but like, it's okay. My Second Time in Another World, it's a 5. It's very mid. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm isekai. Like I've watched so much isekai where it's like, bro, come on. I can tell a good isekai and a bad isekai at this. My Home Hero, I need to finish that. I'm halfway through. I cannot make a full determined thing, but what I've got so far, it's pretty solid 7. Where are we at? Galaxy, need to finish that. Oh God, what is this one? I don't remember the English name for this. What is it called? Yeah, I need more titles. Oh, The Reason Why Relania Ended Up in the Duke's Mansion. I am 1 episode away from being done with that. It's a solid 7 right now. Solid 7. That's actually a pretty good. It technically it's an isekai. She ended up in inside of a book. The story that she read, tragedy romance thing. The character that she ends up being is the one that ends up getting killed toward the beginning, but she ends up not getting killed because she goes to see the Duke. You gotta check it out on your own. The legendary hero is dead. Ugh. I watched it all the way through. I regret that I did. That's a 4. That is a 4. Yeah. I wish I could give my brain back. One more episode left to season 2 of Witch from Mercury. Holy shit, the twist that happened on this episode. I may be changing my rating from an 8 to a 9, depending on how this ends. Because, like, with this episode, it is definitely the twist in this episode. I definitely want to give it a 9. Jesus. I may be watching Maho Shoujo Magical Destroyers just because of the plot synopsis that everybody's telling me. It was so good. Speaking of like wholesome shit, I just finished watching My Accidental First Friend. That show definitely deserves the solid 8 rating that I am giving it. The 5th grader with the best Riz ever, like the best accidental Riz you've ever seen. The class picks on this girl, and this one boy is just the solid ray of sunshine and has the most accidental Riz you will ever see. Just, man, if you ever see a girl get bullied and then this one boy just walks in and is like, nah, and completely misunderstands the situation. Everybody's bullying her, and he just misinterprets that as she's so cool. They keep calling this girl the Grim Reaper, and he's like, the Grim Reaper? You can place curses? That's awesome! It's just like turns every insult into a compliment, and it's just, dude, the most wholesome fucking thing ever. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. Otaku Elf. I need to finish that. All right, so I did finish Lesbian Golf Girls season 2.
Gay girls in it.
Gay girls in it. It's all right. I gave it a 6. It's whatever. Trying to go through this. There's way too much stuff. What other stuff did I actually watch that was worth anybody's time to talk about? I'm scrolling through trying to see if I watched any. Season 2 of Mix is still going, so I don't have to. What I've seen of it so far, it's build up for everything. So we're in the we're about to start the tournament. Oh, also, guys, we're gearing up because Misfit of Demon King Academy starts back up in July. So get ready for season 2 of Misfit of Demon King Academy. Onos Voldigold, the Demon King with the highest Riz, is starting soon. That's basically it. That is my spring lineup in a nutshell. All right, so hopefully next week we'll cover the summer lineup, and I will be reviewing the spring lineup if everything goes well. If not, I did state this before, Moon, there may not be an anime church next week.
Yeah.
There may not be a light novel reading next week. It all depends on how things go. I'll tell you more about that when I'm off air, but for the most part, we'll see how things go. But guys, please, and I'm being absolutely sincere, please come by my streams. I am raising money for moving expenses right now, and I desperately need those. No joke. 100%. I am raising money for moving costs and moving expenses. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I will be moving. I have to move out on the 3rd, which is not this Monday, but the following Monday. And I don't know if I'll have a place to move to immediately or if it's going to be a couple of days or maybe a week. But like soon I will have a place to move to. It's just how soon I'm not aware of. I don't know if I'm going to be staying on somebody's couch, if I'm going to be crashing there, or if I'm going to be sleeping in my car for a bit. I know that I'm going to need money to survive, and I don't make a lot doing what I'm doing. So any help is appreciated. So currently I'm streaming and raising money through donations to prepare for that. So your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for that. But this has been Anime Church, the only church where not only is cosplay encouraged, but it is highly recommended. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
And we welcome you and thank you for joining us. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.